To the channel, everybody. Hope this video finds you in good health. We are still doing the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm waiting on the bottle to come in that I'm going to be giving away, so shipping is a little bit slow for some reason. I did not forget, we are still doing that. Do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button if you like watching fragrance content like this. Today we're going to be talking about 10 fragrances that I think you should at least be aware of. Some awesome fragrances, some good value for money, and just some real nice scents that are going to get your day going in a positive direction. Let's start here with True Religion Drifter. I have not mentioned this one on the channel for a while. It is time to bring this baby back. This is a really great fruity fragrance for men, and usually when you talk about fruity fragrances, they have a real feminine lean to them. That is not the case here. There are a nice amount of woods here to counteract the fruitiness, and it's a little bit unique in that way because, like I mentioned, usually fruity fragrances have a very feminine lean. This has got some nice aromatic qualities with a nice juniper berry, giving it freshness, a little bit of vetiver in the base to add a little bit of class to it, and a nice fresh sandalwood accord as well. All blended very well. And when I first got this fragrance, I was a little bit disappointed in the quality, even though it is a $20 fragrance. But as time has gone on, I think this bottle's macerated a little bit. I wore this yesterday as my scent of the day, and I was really impressed at how great this smelled. I think the quality may have improved with the maceration. Not exactly sure what happened. Maybe my nose has just developed to where I was smelling it differently than I first was. In either case, it's a great fragrance for $20 that smells phenomenal. You can use it every single day in all 4 seasons, and you're just going to have a great sillage around you. I get good performance. I got a good 5-6 hours out of this fragrance, which is pretty solid considering how ozonic and fresh and airy this fruity scent profile is. So True Religion Drifter pops up at the rack stores. I think that one is definitely worth picking up if you don't have a fruity fragrance that you enjoy to wear already. Next one up we have is Banana Republic Tobacco and Tonka Bean. So just aside from the name, what you get in this is a really nice plum note. It's got a bit of this like creamy ice cream feel to it. Definitely more of a winter fragrance. You would probably not want to wear this in the heat of the summer. It's going to come off a little bit thick just because it does have that depth, that creaminess to it. You get a little bit of this like coconut vibe as well, but that's definitely not the prominent note. It's mainly that tonka bean that's providing the sweetness, and just a very friendly, easygoing, easy to pull off tobacco, not aggressive, not overbearing or overwhelming at any point, and a nice plum fruitiness to go along with it. Beautiful blend here. A $20 fragrance that really can punch way above its weight class as far as the quality that you're getting with the juice here in Tobacco and Tonka Bean from Banana Republic. You guys know I love that icon line. All right, next one up we have is a beautiful blue bottle from Hugo Boss. This is Boss Bottle Pacific. This came out in 2023 and is also another kind of coconut fragrance, but this one features it way, way more than Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Coconut is really the star of the show here. This kind of reminds me of like a pina colada. This is like the perfect fragrance to take on a vacation, or if you live by the beach or like on a coastline, kind of like I do. This is a fragrance that you're going to find yourself able to use all the time. Last time I wore this one, I was hanging out with some friends by the beach, and at the beach it's always really windy, and that didn't really faze this fragrance at all. They all pretty much could smell it, and they complimented me that they liked the way it smelled, and they were asking me about it later in the day. So even if it was like super windy or you're outside, this has a nice performance factor to it, a good quality, good depth. I got this for $60. I think it was really worth it at that price point. I did buy it from Nordstrom Rack. So be on the lookout. This is a newer release, but this has kind of restored my faith in the Boss Bottle line. Boss Bottle Pacific, pina colada in a bottle, basically how you can think about that one. All right, next one up. I always start sweating when I'm doing these videos. I must get nervous on camera or something. All right, next one up we have is Mont Blanc Individual, a fan favorite from the fragrance community. You guys may already know about this one if you've been around for a while. This was my signature scent back in the day, and it's quite a synthetic fragrance, but it's very fresh, kind of has a similarity to Creed's original Santal. And it's got this prominent raspberry freshness with this fabric softener vibe. Shout out Jeremy for coining that description as far as this fragrance goes. Good performance here, and pretty much everybody loves the way that this one smells. I wore this for many, many years, and it just worked for me. It was my daily wear, and still to this day, I like to give it a spray here and there. It's my second or third bottle. If you haven't got your nose on this one, I highly suggest you check it out, especially if you like fresh fragrances that work just as a dumb reach that you can wear every single day, every season. You don't really have to think much about it. Don't cost a lot and offer a great value for the price with Mont Blanc Individual. If you don't like synthetic fragrances, maybe stay away from this one. This one is quite synthetic, but I personally don't mind synthetic fragrances. I tend to enjoy them because they do offer a little bit better performance usually than more natural smelling fragrances, at least at the lower price tier, right? So Mont Blanc Individual. Next one up we have is the most expensive one on this list. Also came out last year. This is Mancera's French Riviera. Beautiful white florals here, a nice citrusy opening as well. Definitely more of a unisex fragrance. I can definitely see the ladies rocking this one as well. So if you're a big macho man and you're into super masculine fragrances, this may not be your jam, but if you're a reserved, nice Jewish boy like myself, this may work very well for you. All jokes aside, French Riviera is a straight banger, guys. I get crazy good performance. This is like a 3-spray maximum fragrance for me. These Manceras are just like unrelenting with the sillage that they create. Cool magnetic cap here, nice presentation that you'd expect from a higher end brand like Mancera. And yeah, I love the gradient blue bottle style. Again, a fragrance that if you live by a coastline or by the beach, this is really one that will match that lifestyle really well. So Mancera French Riviera, if you like these, tropical kind of, I guess this one's not that tropical, but it makes you feel like you're in a tropical environment, makes you feel like you're on vacation, makes you feel like you're hanging out by the pool. Fragrances that give you that imagery in your mind. French Riviera is one of those for sure. All right, next one up we have is another classic, Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense. So this one is a flanker that is named intense, and it truly is intense. Sometimes, especially today, you get these intense flankers and they're not all that intense. Definitely not the case here. 2-3 sprays, you're good for hours and hours. The atomizer is not like the most powerful. It doesn't put out that much liquid, but really it doesn't need to, because those little sprays, they go a long, long way. I hated this fragrance the first time that I smelled it, and now I absolutely love it. It's the fragrance that made the biggest transition from hate to love for my personal journey through this experience. Definitely want to try this one on your skin. Some people have complaints that it doesn't really work with their skin chemistry. So of all the fragrances here, I think this one is one that you definitely want to sample on your skin if you can, and just kind of see how it reacts. But very citrusy, very fresh, aquatic, and a perfect daily fragrance to wear that has great performance. Light blue, intense. You can get it at a steal of a price. It's quite inexpensive these days compared to what it used to be. Next one up we have is from Abercrombie and Fitch. Another beautiful gradient blue bottle. This is First Instinct Together. So First Instinct Together has a very prominent orange blossom note, and if you're familiar with the new fragrance YSL Myself, this one kind of reminds me of Myself, because Myself also has that very prominent orange blossom note, but it's more of like a powdery fragrance, the Myself is. It's got this more powdery blue nuance to it, whereas this one is more aquatic. But they both have a very sharp opening and are very much like attention-grabbing type fragrances. I prefer the smell of First Instinct Together. I like the aquatic nature of it, and I like the price of it a lot more. This is a $20 fragrance compared to, whatever that new release designer price is going to be right now, which is, I'm sure, way too much. But to each their own. If it's worth it for you, that's all that matters. Back to this fragrance. Starts off with the prominent orange blossom. As it dries down, it goes really into the more aquatic, woodsy kind of base. Decent performance here, and can be worn in all 4 seasons. I think even in the winter, this one has enough like sharpness to really cut through the cold as well. I love the smell of this one. It's got this like Invictus kind of sweetness as well, this playful, youthful sweetness going on to it. Invictus Aqua, maybe a little bit. So yeah, First Instinct Together. It's a certified cheapy slapper. All right, next one up we have here is Azarro Chrome EDP. This is my favorite Azarro Chrome that I've tried. I really, really enjoyed the blue freshness that this one provides. People say it kind of smells similar to Profondo Lights. I haven't tried Profondo Lights, but I'll take their word for it. So this one does smell like another fragrance that I have tried, which is Polo Blue Parfum from Ralph Lauren. Definitely has a very distinct similarity to that fragrance, and I have tried that one. You get the metallic edge that you kind of get in all the chrome fragrances. This house flankers really well, so it does retain the fresh aquatic, like metallic smell that the original provides, and just overall gives it like a more modern blue twist to it. Lots of Embrox in here, I'm sure, and pretty solid performance for a blue freshie. Chrome EDP, you can wear this pretty much anywhere, any day, anytime, if you just want to smell fresh. Next one up we have Gisada Ambassador. So if you like Sauvage, you're probably going to like this. This is, in the most basic terms, this is Mango Sauvage. Yeah, Mango Sauvage is pretty much what this is. So it's got this like niche quality to it. It definitely has, you know, top tier oils that they're using here. Great performance here. Nice magnetic cap. I've never tried a Swiss fragrance, but you know, respect for the Swiss. They can make some nice watches, and apparently they can make some really nice fragrances too with Gisada. So respect to the Swiss. Any Swiss people watching, respect. Yeah, kind of on the more synthetic side again. Pretty much comes down to, if you like the smell of Sauvage with mango, you're gonna like this. I got this for 65 bucks from Amazon. It usually goes for 100, so just keep your eye out. If it gets down to that $65 price range and you like that scent profile, I say hop on it. For $65, this is an absolute steal. It definitely smells like it warrants going for that $100 price range. This is 100 ml, 65 bucks. Keep your eye on it. That sale will probably come up. I don't know. It was just a random pricing that I found this on Amazon for 65 bucks. So maybe one you want to keep an eye on if that pricing comes back. All right, last one up for today. Polo Sport Fresh. Another rack store find for me. 20 bucks in that range. It's a very fresh iris fragrance. The iris in here is super synthetic. Doesn't come across like powdery or, you know, pretty much similar to other iris fragrances where they have, you know, just this really powdery component to it. This is, like it says on the bottle, very fresh, airy. It only lasts 2-3 hours. It's really like a perfect gym fragrance. And it's not overly complicated, you know. It's just a solid freshie. That's just basically what it is, and it's from a known brand with decent quality that you can get for 20 bucks. So that's pretty much it. Just citrus and a nice synthetic iris that doesn't smell cheap, and it has a nice like ozonic, airy feel to it. Great gym fragrance, Polo Sport Fresh. All right, that's it for today. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time at the Fragrance Fraternity. Keep smelling great out there. Take it easy, people. See ya.